All right, welcome back to In the Mind of Music with Nate and Nisa, exclusively right here on IPO Radio. And we have another informative music interview for you guys. This time we've got Nightmare, drummer of Dirty Machine, with us. How's it going, Nightmare?
Hey, what's happening, everybody? Thanks for having me on today.
Oh, thank you very much for calling.
Yes, it's our pleasure. So, Nightmare, Dirty Machine started in November of 2012 is what your social media page says, and you guys started out as an independent band. And since then, you guys have been making sound waves in LA and outside the LA scene for some time now. You guys have shared the stage with some major artists, and somehow along the way recently caught the eye of Motor Graders drummer and founder Zombie Shark Records, Noah Shark Robertson, this year. How did you guys connect with Noah and decide to sign a record deal finally?
But, our label brothers on Zombie Shark, they're called, the band is called Keychain. Okay. They had caught wind of us on social media, and we connected, and they liked us, we liked them, and they were like, hey, how about we push you guys to, our label, and we called Noah, and we had this great phone jam with all of us on the phone, and man, it was great. Everybody got along, and we all had the same vision, and it worked out great.
Nice. Yeah, we actually know Keychain as well. All those guys are awesome.
Yeah. We met them actually in person this past Wednesday because they're currently doing a tour, and they played in L.A., and we just made it happen where we're like, well, look, how about we just play together? And it was just our two bands, and there was a live karaoke rock band after us, and it was just a great, like, hey, homies meet homies, and it was just a great night of metal and great vibe and attitude.
Very cool.
Man.
So,
you guys hear that? So if you guys go to our July 22nd show, you might get that awesome experience as well because those two bands are going to be performing together on our stage.
That's right.
Yes, that is right.
That's right.
So since
That's right. So pumped for that.
Yes, very excited. So since 2012, you guys have been making new metal music. Now, new metal music has been influenced by popular bands such as Korn, Slipknot, Linkin Park, Nonpoint, just to name a few. Now, thinking about Dirty Machine's music, what makes your band stand apart and unique while still paying homage to the bands that influenced your sound? And what is the main theme or message in your lyrical content?
Well, I think the key thing for people to take away when they hear new metal is not so much a style of music, rather an attitude or a way of life. Just like how punk rock has its own culture and, classic rock and grunge has their own culture. Well, new metal is more of an attitude. Like, we do what we do it the way we want to do it, and you're going to love just that fact about us alone. And the sound of it is just an extension of that attitude. Lyrically, we talk about real stuff, real everyday things that everybody go through. We go through relationship issues. We're talking about everyday struggles. We talk about hating our jobs, but we do what we have to do. And this is like stuff that people can thoroughly relate to 150% if you just listen. And that's what we're trying to get people to do, is to listen and admit how you feel about some things in life. And we give you a platform to do that.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that answer. It's a really good answer for that. So you guys call your fans the mechanics that keep the Dirty Machine running alive and well. For those listeners that are just learning about your band tonight, tell us what that means to you.
To me, particularly, I feel like everybody who's going for something in life, they need a good support system. People that believe in them, that love them, that has their backs. And I feel like when we call ourselves mechanics, they're the ones that really keep us level-headed. They keep us committed. They keep us honest. And we do what we do for them. You know what I mean? It's for us, but it's really for them. And I think anybody who cares about having a family system or really good friends, you would do anything for them, and our music is us, sharing how we feel for the people that support us.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. You guys call them mechanics, and I feel like it almost feels like you guys are getting inspired by your fans, versus you guys inspiring your fans. It's the other way around.
Well, and one thing that I actually really love about that I think is really ingenious in the concept of it is the band name being Dirty Machine, it
Right.
makes the need. I mean, machines don't work without mechanics to keep them running. So
Right.
it brings the
Exactly.
thought process of the necessity of the fans more so than like the Beliebers or I mean, not to bring them up, but you know what I mean. People that have names for
Oh, of
like or
course.
maggots for Slipknot or So I think it's more of an endearing term that brings about a family feel to it. I really like that. I think that's awesome.
Yeah, heck yeah. Much
Yeah.
props. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we embrace anyone and everyone, man. We got people even within the band. We show different walks of life and different backgrounds. We represent different parts of the nation and the world. So why be exclusive? This style is meant for everybody.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, I want to shake your hand for that when we see each other on July 22nd. That's cool. I'll become one of those mechanics. It's awesome. I'm so excited to become a mechanic. All right. So you guys now have 6 members in the band. So tell us about the creative writing process of the band. Who takes what responsibility in the band? And I know this is kind of like a double question, but how challenging is it to come up with new material that keeps your band relevant and fresh in today's industry?
Oh man, I think the best part about us is that we have 6 guys, we have 6 minds, but we all are equally driven to do what we do. So, and we all have like similar inspirations, but also different expansive levels of inspiration. So it's really not that hard to come up with a new idea because that's someone coming from their perspective of rock, or like that's someone else coming from another perspective. And I've got all these beats in my mind that I've always wanted to use, and it's more like less like Legos and more like a puzzle. Like they just fit. Whenever Darren comes up with a riff, I was like, dude, I feel that. Let me play the beat to it. And when Arnold comes up with something, I said, dude, that's tight. That's what I was always thinking of. Like, let's do that. It's really not that hard. I think what really keeps us going is that everybody has fair input. We listen to everybody. If someone has an idea, we'll hear you out. And we're not like one guy does everything. One dude does all the lyrics. One dude does that. We all put in,
Yeah, totally.
No, and it sounds like you guys mesh really well because of that. I think when you have that type of a cohesion between each other, writing and music, it makes it a lot easier to feel a completeness to the songs.
Right.
Absolutely. We're all hustlers, man. We're all people who sacrifice to do what we do. And I think whatever riff or whatever beat or whatever lyric, we're all coming from the same place. So we're already feeling each other before an idea comes up, and we're just waiting for someone to open up.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So Nightmare, not too long ago on May 4th, you guys released the music video for Discord, directed by Ron Underwood, which is also the title.
Yeah.
Right, which is also the title track off of the long-awaited album set to release later this month on the 26th. You guys featured 2 newest members of the band in that video, which is the bassist Youngblood and guitarist Arnold. Would you say that video represents a good feel of what watching Dirty Machine would be live?
Oh man, if I could take you all and put you in that 12-hour day that we had, you would not want it to end. It's like, I'm telling you right now, it's like taking the live show experience and putting it in a box and letting us bounce off the wall. We're like a padded room. We're all just, yes, to answer your question, yes, that is a very strong example
Heck
of what we have to
yes.
offer.
I felt a very
energy, man.
intimate moment. Mm-hmm.
Very intimate. And it's funny because we did that video very much how we rehearsed. We're all like facing each other. We're like, oh, I like what you do. Oh, homie's headbang, and someone I break my stick and it goes flying. And Arnold gets up on that. Like it's just cool because that's where it all starts. It all starts with the 6 of us getting in a room and just letting it all out. And whatever it is, you do it 100%, and that just pushes the next guy. So at our live shows, I guarantee that if anyone's within earshot of what we're doing, they're going to be bobbing their head. They're going to be moving their hips. Their heart rate's going to increase. It's just guaranteed. When you see it, oh man, you're going to want to move to it. We have the craziest mosh pit I've seen in front of my own band. It's ridiculous.
Wow,
So
that's awesome. So we have some Tucson listeners right now, and definitely schedule yourself on your the calendar for July 22nd because this is going to be outstanding, off the hook. So you guys have
wow, thank you.
yes. So you guys have some pretty interesting and exciting shows coming up other than performing at our IPO Radio Festival, right? You guys are also heading over to Whiskey A Go Go to perform a direct support for Corey's Heavenly Tour on August 11th. So it looks like you guys have some dates scattered around there. But are there any headlining tours in support of Disc Road in the works for the near future?
Yeah, that's the crazy thing about the step we're taking with the label is, you gotta get that leap into touring, and that is exactly what we're working on right now. We have some potential opportunities that I cannot disclose right now, but we're working on it. I'll tell anyone that is looking to get on a level, looking to do this professionally, no matter what happens, the hustle never stops, man. You gotta keep you gotta keep your ear to the ground. You gotta keep members working and looking and pulling and pushing. And when it comes to touring, there's a lot that goes into that. And we want to make sure that we're a good fit and that the venues that we go to are going to be, we can fill them, and that we get a lot of people that want to go to these shows. So we're going to announce when we find a tour. For now, we're still working on it.
Okay, fair enough.
Nice. Well, and it sounds like you guys are gearing up for it to be right when you do it versus just taking anything that comes along.
Yeah.
So that's good to hear.
Well, yeah.
Nothing's ever perfect, but you definitely want to try and do it as right as you can.
Totally.
Right, and you guys are actually playing it really smart because if you're playing direct support for Corey, and this is Corey Feldman, everybody, okay? This guy's an actor, and I actually didn't even know he sang until I researched you guys. I was like pretty blown away by that. I was like, wait a minute, what? He sings? So I was like, so that's a big name. And, you guys will get a lot of exposure for that and then gain more fans at the same time. So, yeah.
It's amazing the kinds of personalities that are coming out of the woodwork that are willing to support us and back us up. We've communicated with Phil Durst, with Bigfoot, minimally, but just the fact that we're freaking ears left and right, it shows that people are really excited for the resurgence of new metal, and also just something. It's good that we get back to showing what the wide range of metal and rock really can be. So it's really great.
Totally. So I have to ask, kind of, while we're on that topic, is his music somewhat similar to your guys' music?
Not even close.
I mean, how is that going to work with you guys?
That's going to be an interesting show.
That's going to be really interesting.
Yeah, we're talking two universes of music. But it's not a negative thing, because sometimes you get two bands on a bill that really have no sense being together. But when you have this is not so much a style kind of thing. It's more like a mind state kind of thing. Corey is doing his thing up on stage, ripping it. We're going to be doing our stage, ripping it. Everybody's just going to be having a good time. And that's really what it's all about. And if you see Corey perform, you know Homeboy is in his zone. And that's what it's all about. Just get up there and just going all out, and everybody having minds related. That's what this is. So.
No, it should be fun, man. I know I watched him perform live on TV, and I know there was a whole bunch of hoopla that went down about it.
Wait, so you knew he was a singer and you didn't tell me about it? What the heck is
I
this?
just had to make
Thanks,
sure
partner.
that this is who you were talking about. But I remember watching it and thinking to myself, I don't see why everybody was freaking out about it. I thought they were expecting something totally different. I think that he did a great job. His music was really good. I just think people were kind of expecting a different vibe. So I'm currently trying not to laugh because I've seen you guys in your music videos, and I've seen what he's playing. And I mean, dude, we're talking two totally different universes apart here. And that could be, it could be an awesome thing. Yeah, I think it'll be interesting, but you could also scare the crap out of him.
Oh.
Well, it's really funny. we played a show with Traps recently
Yeah,
at the Whiskey, and that was the first time that those guys had seen us. And when we come out with the mask, that right there, the singer, he was like, "Whoa, that's different." He saw me upstairs, like the Jason event. Kind of caught him off guard. He was like, "What the hell is this?" But when it comes to speculation and like the haters and all that, man, they are waiting at every corner. Dude.
Oh, yeah.
They're just waiting. It don't even matter how great or poor or bombastic you are. They're just waiting to rip you apart. And I think the people that really just go all out, keep it 100 no matter what, those are the people that you want to have in front of you. Those are the people you want to have on stage.
Heck yeah.
Totally.
That's what there's going to be August 11th.
Yeah, no, as a fellow musician, I've toured all over this country, and I've dealt with my fair share of haters. So I think I have a special place when I saw what was going on with Corey and him putting his music out there. I knew instantly. I was like, wow, this poor guy is pouring his heart out, and people just didn't know how to react to it. But I think that the more he goes out there and puts it out there, it'll catch on, because it really was good music. He did a good job.
Right. Okay, so Nightmare, the theme of the show tonight is about bands overexposing themselves. Do you think that playing too many gigs on a local level hurts a band when they're first starting out, and why or why not?
All right. So, I mean, this is it's something that I don't even think there was a right or wrong answer to. I think that there's multiple reasons why you need to play shows. Like, number one, you got to get in front of people. Number two, you got to keep the chops tight. I don't think there's ever reason to really not play a show until you get to that upper level where it's more business orientated. But before that whole thing, before you get more into the business side of things, and you're more just like, okay, let's just get our feet wet and just be a band, play as many gigs as you can. Play that scene until they're tired of you. And then you move on to another one. But with technology being the way it is right now, people being able to share your music, well, it's easy to, quote-unquote, oversaturate, you know what I'm saying, a scene. But as long as you spread yourself out and you're always playing in different little areas surrounding your area, and then you come back every now and then, that's cool. But at the same time, if you just want to go play something, man, pack up and go play that show. Just go play. Like, if the venue's going to book you, you have the right to play that show. That's really what it is. And the business side of it, like I said, that comes along. So I don't really think there's such thing as playing your fees too much. As long as you stand new bands, meet new fans, then you're doing fine. You're doing good. That's what we did.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think when you're first starting off, it never hurts to go out there and perform as much as you can, because you're trying at that point to get new people to see your band and new stuff. But there is, in my opinion, a certain point in time when you've been around for a year, maybe 2 years, and you've noticed that the last 3 shows I've played, it's always been the same people. At that point, if you keep going at it, at some point in time, people are going to start the whole, oh, well, I'm not going to go this week. I can go next week and catch them there too. So that's about the time, like you said, when you really need to start expanding outside of your current region and really starting to try and spend that weekend time, or at least 1 or 2 weeks a month, going to, a city that's an hour or two away from you to try and gain there. And then also the other thing would be, I think the biggest issue that people make a mistake about is that they play the same venue in their area too often. So if you play one venue, don't play that same venue every other week or every week. Play different venues around that city, because you're going to be getting people that normally don't go to the venue that you're constantly playing, going to other venues, and that's how you get in front of more people. So I totally agree with that.
Yeah, I like that. That last point is good. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's and to validate that point, as you're playing more often, if you are attentive to your fan base, you're going to start feeling that I've done this way too many times, or they've seen us plenty enough. Let's try to venture out. That your fans are going to tell you everything, like you said. Like you might find your numbers dwindle. You might find your fans moving a little. Okay, let's take a break from this scene. Let's go try somewhere else.
Totally.
You're going to be very mindful of your fans. Be very mindful of your area and how it functions.
Yep, totally agree.
Right on. Yeah. So Nightmare, what do you do outside of music to rejuvenate your creativity?
The funny thing is, I'm actually on my way to go play a hockey game right now. I'm from Michigan, so I grew up playing hockey since I was 9 years old, and that's been one thing that always helps me vent out my frustrations and my energy. But when it comes to creation, man, I do tons of different things, man. I bowl. I'm a bowler, so I go. You'll meet tons of personalities in every building you walk in, every activity you partake. You meet tons of people that got so many different wild stories that you might not have experienced, but it touches you. So I guess to sum it up, being around other people, that's what I do. I am always with different groups of people in different areas where you just continue to meet people that got something to say. And be open-minded. Be a good listener. You don't always have to be a good speaker. Be a good listener. And you'll find that you can be inspired by someone talking about having an excellent day. They woke up and the sun felt good on their face, and then their kid hugged them and said, "I love you." They walked out. Well, there's a good song idea right there. You know,
yeah, that's awesome.
And live a little bit outside your body. You know, and that's what I try to focus on. I always try to be in as many other people's areas as I can be.
You know, we've been asking that question now for a little while, and I have to say that is honestly one of my favorite responses so far.
Yeah, it's very positive.
I totally concur with that and agree with it. I mean, I personally, I love to learn new things, so that's why, Isabel and I, we have our certain small group of friends, but we go out there and we meet new people all the time, and I can totally see how you're using that as a way to rejuvenate your creativity. I love that.
All right, awesome. We're going to have a song by Dirty Machine about In the Mind of Music with Neat and Issa, because we've just inspired this band. All right.
Awesome.
We expect it by July 22nd.
Yes, we need to hear this song. We need to have like an exclusive sit down.
We can do this all day.
Oh, totally. We're right there with you. We'll go grab our glasses here of wine or cook. No, okay. So, Nightmare. Oh my gosh, it's been a pleasure. So, anything else you'd like to add about Dirty Machine while we have you?
Absolutely. Look, remember, man, it's all about keeping it 100 in everything that you do, and that's what we do. We're there to support anybody that has something they want, has something they feel, has something that they want to be. Look, we got your back 100, and you just listen to us. I guarantee you're gonna get booked up. We're all about that energy. We're all about real life. So you want to be 100? Listen to Dirty Machine. We got you, man. Check us out on everything. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all that. TommySharkRecords.com, man. Whatever.
Sweet.
Oh, yeah, man.
Most importantly, pre-orders are available for the album right now on ZombieShark.net, okay?
Nice.
ZombieShark.net, pre-order the album, okay?
Okay. Definitely.
Right. We will make sure to push that on Facebook.
Yeah, we'll push that up on our social media platforms. So awesome. Thanks for coming on the show tonight and talking to us about Dirty Machine Nightmare. And listeners out there, make sure you catch them out on the road and subscribe to all their media platforms, just like how we said. Listeners in Arizona, make sure you catch them again at our very own IPO Radio Musical Festival scheduled for July 22nd.
And like you just heard, make sure that you also go, because on ZombieShark.net, they have their pre-orders for their album coming out.
That's right. Okay, so Nightmare, just go ahead and hold on for us on the line. We're going to get the song Discord out there for our listeners to listen to right now. We're going to get you to do a little bit of a plug-in for us. Okay, so just hold on for us, and we will be right back.
All right, cool.